your faces. I have one question for you all.
What's going
Do you
on?
like jungle
Oh!
or drum and bass?
Oh!
Do you like
Oh!
jungle?
Oh!
Drum and bass. Jungle, drum and bass.
So then, it's race week.
It is.
Would you say it's the biggest race week of your life?
Depends how you look at it, really. I've been thinking a bit about it. Of course, like, there's a lot on the line. Being in a strong position to win the championship. But at the other hand, I've had a weird feeling this year, like when I have been winning and stuff, it's almost like now was my time to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't really get, say, emotional about it. It's just, I kind of, maybe because I've got used to it or something, you know. It's not just an odd time, it's I know I can win, especially with a good package and the bike and everything. So I mean, of course there are nerves because it is, well, anything can happen, it's one of those things, but always when I get to the grid and get the visor down, I'm always calm and relaxed anyway. So it's just putting the points to the puzzle to get that last finish.
And I suppose, you know, you've done a lot of racing and a lot of being around the world, but nothing compares to Brands Hatch in October.
Yeah.
When it's like, it's already a bit cold and a bit greasy and a bit horrible. I mean, you know, riding in the wet is one thing, but again, Brands Hatch is another level, another animal.
Yeah, that's the thing. Brands Hatch track itself is really good. I do like it a lot.
Yeah.
My first time there this year, I really enjoyed it. I was really fast. I just made the wrong decision in race 1 and we struggled with the tyre in race 2, but I know I had the pace to finish in the podium anyway and even to fight for a win. So after going to Alton Park the second time this year, I was a lot faster and I won a race there, so I was really happy with that. But then the weather comes into play. The good thing was at Donington we had some wet practice and we found a bit of a setup that was better for me, and I started to relax in the rain and feel good. I mean, I am a good rain rider, but without no feel and understanding tyres with no track time, it's difficult. I would prefer a dry weekend for myself and the fans because it's a better atmosphere when the weather is good. But we can't change the weather, so if not, we are ready for both, and we need to think about the championship at the end, not about, you know, really taking a lot of risk in a race where maybe I could get double the points in the next day. So we need to think quite smart.
And have you got a strategy? Because I mean, is it 28 points now?
Yeah.
You've got 28 points ahead, you've got a race in hand. There's no point going out and trying to win a race, is there really? Is it everything changed this weekend?
You know, the thing is, when I was fighting for that title in Moto2, I did change my approach when I had nearly a 3-race lead.
Yeah.
I did change my approach, and that was maybe a little bit the problem, is I didn't lose the focus, but I was too much protecting my points. And I said to myself this year, whatever position I'm in, I'm going out to win, regardless. And it seems to have worked that way. I mean, Donington, I could have settled, you know, when the guys were catching me and I had a little problem with the bike, I could have settled for second, but you can't always win a championship like that. And I've kind of kept that focus, as mad as people may think it is, but I believe that's the likes of what Valentino, Marquez, Lorenzo, those guys just won a lot of titles. That's what they do. I mean, anyone can crash at any moment, but when you are on track, you need to get maximum points, and that's my mentality going into the weekend. If the weather conditions are tricky, you do need to be smart. I'm not saying I'm going to go win it or bin it. There is reasons. If I'm in a position to win, I will try to win. If I'm not, I will do the best I can to get as much points as possible.
And little known fact number 1, everyone's saying, oh, you know, this is Scott's first championship, but let's forget mini motos, let's forget metric kits or the stuff in Britain. You actually won the Calypso Cup, didn't you? And I remember I was sat there with your uncle Daryl in Valencia in 2004.
Yeah, 4.
And Maverick Vinales. There's some big names in that cup, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of the guys that made it up through now. The good thing was it was a cup, so everyone had the same bike and stuff, which, you know, at that sport, at that age, money can make a big difference. So actually everyone had the same thing, which was really good, and we actually dominated the class. We won every race, every pole position, and took 80% of the lap record. So that was a position where I feel strong, and that's what I could do. And we went on to the Spanish CV 125 Championship to fight for the title in my second year there as well.
Oh, fucking.
Ah!
This one's on the high team. You know, you did every bit of your racing in Spain, really, didn't you? You kind of, your uncle and your dad, they pretty much, as soon as you did the mini motos, you were in and out of UK and straight to Spain.
Yeah, we went to France first of all.
Yeah.
To do, yeah, we did the Conti Cup.
Oh yeah.
We did that, and then we did Metrokit 50 and Open 50 in France, where we had to forge the birth certificate because I was 2 years too young. But you have to do what you got to do. Like, at the end of the day, we was dominating every class I was put in, and my dad and my uncle didn't want me to win. As mad as that, they didn't want.
Really?
They wanted me to win, but they didn't want me to win easy.
Okay, right.
You know, they wanted me to be challenged all the time and being pushed. So I was racing with adults, and we managed to win that championship as well. And then we told them at the end of the year that the birth certificate was forged, and they just laughed and couldn't believe it. You know, it's not something I do recommend doing, but you got to do what you could do back in the day.
Yeah.
You could probably get away with them things a bit more. We took the risk.
Yeah.
But that's where you've got to make a difference. And then we went from there to Spain to the Calypso Cup, and then from there we did Spanish Championship, and then up to the Worlds.
I have one question for you all. Do you like jungle or drum and bass? Do you like jungle?
Vegan, stay well away.
No, I'm not going to McDonald's. We've done that.
Sure?
No, mate.
You on a diet?
Yeah.
How's it going? How's it going?
Every time I see you, you ask me that. Nice poo bag.
Oh yeah, I know where we are. Oh, I need to come here anyway. Need a shit shirt. Straight up.
This weekend, is it?
Yeah, we might have to do a little dib in TK Maxx.
Is this for the Sunday party, is it?
I don't know, just general fashion really.
Is it? Yeah.
We have got a few suits and that lined up. Seem to have lost all my shit shirts. Well, because I go out with them, I don't come back with them. You know, when that big tune comes on and you get mad excited, and then like a beat drops, just let everyone have it, glasses, that. And then you're going round like, oh, can I have my hat back, thanks, mate. God damn.
Go shopping at TK Maxx for a shirt, come out with a jacket.
Don't get slipping, bro. Keep the van clean. You know what I mean? Oh, they're banging coffee in Italy, man.
Oh, they make the best, don't they?
Oh. I actually I don't normally get upset leaving somewhere, but I was upset.
Leaving Italy?
I was upset
really?
hard. I was only there from Tuesday to Friday. 2 riding sessions in. I tried 3, but the track was closed. Badass paninis, banging pizza.
I'd love to live in Italy. Well, how long did you live there for?
2 years. I'm gonna have to go back, mate. So much character in that country and so much passion.
You fit right in then, didn't you?
No, and I had to leave. And I'm actually sad I got to leave. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. But there we go.
When you were Nipper, did you obviously you knew what was going on and you wanted to ride a bike, but did you have that pressure, or did you generally want to be, because you were out every single weekend and every time you could go riding, you go riding, didn't you? Ooh.
Thought I ripped my jacket. Right, we're all good. TK Maxx special, hold tight, man like Darksy, yeah? Nah, do you know the mad thing is, right, when I was a kid I actually didn't like racing. It was just happening.
Really?
I never said, oh, can we go riding? the only time I said I want to race was Pembrey, I think it was 2004 or 5, and we went to watch, and I really wanted to ride, so I was like, oh, can I race the first time? Dad and Dad was like, all right, yeah, we'll go back, we'll get the bike, we'll come race tomorrow. I was so amped to race. I went out on the out lap, about 10 seconds and half a lap to everyone else, and just high-sided so hard, wrote the bike off, and we went home. That's the only time I've asked, and before that I've never really, I kind of started grown into it. Like, as I got older, I wanted more to race, but at a young age I was a little bit scared of it, to be honest.
Really?
With you. That's why I stopped motocross, because I was scared of motocross. And I went to mini biking. It was better for me. But as a kid, you can't really say that you want to race. Like a lot of people that say, oh, I just wanted to ride all the time. I find it hard to believe it, because you're a kid and you want to do so much stuff. But I am really grateful now that my dad and my uncle did push me and did say force me to ride when I didn't want to, because now they've set me up to have a good career in it.
Yeah. You paid them back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Obviously, the factory Ducati ride next year. Things are going to change massively, I guess. Are you going to stay in the UK? Are you going to stay living in the UK?
I'm not going to be in the UK.
No.
I need to get used to hot weather again.
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about hot weather this year. We had a 28 degree and I was quite comfortable with that.
Came off, literally just wiped a bit of sweat off the brow, yeah.
So, and I think Spain and Italy is where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
If I'm in Italy, I can be close to Ducati, so we can work close together.
Yeah.
I think that's important. And probably pre-season in Spain to do my training camp like I always do.
And when are you going to get a chance to ride the bike?
I believe we have the first test of it shortly after Brands Hatch.
Okay.
It's not confirmed, but quite soon.
Okay, nice.
Just a little test for me to get used to the different tyres that they use, the electronics and stuff like that.
You must be buzzing though.
I am. To be honest with you, when I looked to last year,
on the Aprilia,
the mental position I was in, how I felt about racing and myself, to now is like absolutely 180 degrees different. Yeah. And I actually enjoy it so much, and I'm motivated. I look forward to it. I'm enjoying my life, and I'm enjoying my time away from the track and at the track.
Yeah.
And this year has been the best year of my whole racing career.
Wow.
In my life, and that's not just due to results and winning, because I was winning races in Moto2, but just feels like something's clicked, and I'm just rolling smooth, and I feel happy, and it's really made me think, actually I do want to do this for many more years to come, other than thinking, do I really want this anymore? Do I want to risk it for nothing? Whereas now it's like, I'm risking, I'm feeling comfortable on that edge, and I'm getting something back for it. So I think it's the best time for me.
Oh, Matthew Morton, piss off!
Yeah, well,
just ruin the moment.
Yeah, that's it.
Ruin the moment. But yeah, no, I mean, you were seriously thinking about quitting last year. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous, but it happens. I guess it happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, it depends what you want. I want to win. I want to achieve things in my life, not just be average Joe at the end of the day. And that's my mentality. That's what I do. That's what makes me probably different to others. And yeah, I really did consider quitting. I was really not in a good way mentally. I just didn't know what else to do. I was really suffering, and I took this chance, should I say, this different turn in my career, and it's worked out so much for the better for me, that I feel like me when I was fighting for Moto2 title, but even better with experience and knowledge and stuff. So I'm so happy for that. How's your decaf cough?
It's all right. You wouldn't be going to World Superbikes if you didn't think you could take it to Johnny Ray. You must be thinking, because everyone's hoping and praying that there's not many new people coming to the championship next year. Everyone's hoping and praying for the love of the sport that you're going to take it to Johnny Ray.
Well, that's the target, of course. I mean, Johnny is a fantastic rider. He's a great guy. You know, won so many championships. He's really smart. I've studied a lot of his strategies and his racing knowledge this year. He's a smart guy. That's it.
Yeah.
He is a good guy. I really do like the guy, but do I want to beat him? Yes. Do I believe I can beat him? Yes. But we need to see how the packages are, how I adapt. Ducati want me to win and fight for the title. I believe I can fight for the title. You know, we know battling for championships, it can go either way. I feel a bit disappointed in the Bautista situation this year because he didn't have to do what he did. But there we go. That was one of Johnny's strong points. Cool head.
Yeah.
Win if I can win. Second if I can. And the moment the pressure, say, maybe got to Bautista, Johnny put the weight on him and he couldn't handle it and crashed again. And he was smart. I mean, I saw it happening.
Yeah.
But that's where maybe I've seen that now. I know, and it'll be my first year. And I need to take small steps like I did this year. I take the race weekend each step at a time. And at the end of the day, you win a championship at the end of the year, not at the beginning of the year. And that's where Johnny was smart and maybe Alvaro wasn't. Both great guys, both great riders with a lot of talent, but Johnny was the smarter one at that moment. So it's going to be hard, don't get me wrong, but I believe I've got the best bike that can fight to try and beat him. And that's will be what my aim will be to do.
So you're 15 years old when you won your first GP. I mean, not many people can say that.
No, that was the first GP win at 15 was something really special for myself and for everyone around me. That all that hard work and stuff we put in had been for something, you know. And you know, coming from there now, coming to World Superbikes, a lot of things have changed between then and now. But one thing that stayed the same and stayed with me is Shark helmets. They've been with me actually before I was in World Championship. They've been with me for many years, and they've stayed loyal to me, and I've stayed loyal to them.
And it's I was reading something the other day. It's their 30th anniversary this year, and you were 15, and that makes your race number or something.
Yeah. So obviously 30 and 15 makes 45. I ain't smart, but clearly smarter than you today. 30-year Shark anniversary. I was 15 when I won my first GP, and you know, it's my race number, so what a great year for them to celebrate that anniversary, especially if we can win the championship this year. And
get another Scott Redding replica on the board.
Yes, we need that. We are working on it. We have the helmet this year. I think the design's been pretty sick. A lot of people have been asking about it. Again, it's my style. It's very different, very stealthy, and it'll be a sick replica.
Got the glasses.
Hang on. Hang on. Wait. Don't do that. Oh no. I'm gonna call that a wrap.